for the WDVX Blue Plate Special, Emmy Sunshine.
Hey, y'all, and welcome to the Blue Plate Special. In beautiful downtown Knoxville at the Knoxville Visitor Center, let's welcome our guests, the Co-Conspirators, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We are here visiting you from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, where in the last week or so we've had like 4 feet of snow, literally 4 feet of snow. So when people ask us why we're here, think about that. We're going to start you off with a couple of love songs. This one's called The Ballad of Will and Kate. Will, Kate, not the other Will and Kate. That would be a very different song. Thank you so much. Thank you. Here's a little secret that I've been trying to keep from Catherine for some time now, but I think she's starting to cotton on. It's a song called You Could Do Better Than Me. Cracks all in the ceiling, it's creaking in the floor. There's a window I've been meaning to fix since 1984. The bills just keep on coming in, it's the only meal we get. I do my best to pay them, but sometimes I just forget. When I see the smile in your eyes, icebox that don't work so well, and we're all out of gin. There's only one cigarette left in the cigarette tin. Lots of things need fixing here, a plan for all to see. Biggest thing that needs a fix, well, that would be me. But you never seem to mind. Every day I wake up, I see you with my own eyes. You were laughing, smiling, you were right there by my side. I'm hoping that today won't be the day you realize you could do better than me. You're one in a million, I'm too far down. You could do better than me. Sound of trains going by nearly rose us out of bed. Wish we lived in a better place where some were nice instead. But the sound of our laughter drowns out sound of me loving you and you loving me all along solid days. Every day I wake up and I see with my own eyes you were laughing, smiling, you're right there by my side. I'm hoping that today won't be the day you realize you could do better than me. You're one in a million, I'm two for a dime. You could do better than me. Brother always said so, all your friends agree. You could do better than, oh, so much better than you could do better than me. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's the Co-Conspirators here today on the Blue Plate Special. Your harmonies together are just gorgeous. I just wanted to
Thank
say
you.
that.
Thank you very much.
And in unison as well, like just very well put together. It's
Thank you.
I think
very
you'll find
pure.
with when you come across married couples who perform together, they have that innate knowledge of each other. You think like Gillian Welsh and David Rowlands and the folks from Ordinary Elephant.
Yeah.
There's something very much about that. Part of it being perhaps, you know, we practice every day.
Yeah.
You don't have to arrange to practice. I'm just like, hey, Catherine, you available? I know you are.
I just really think like the closeness of your harmonies together. It almost reminds me of like a family harmony. It's very gorgeous.
Nice,
So.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to ask first. I know that you guys write. So what is your process usually, and is it the both of you?
No, it's predominantly me. And the process is I'll usually start with some music. And then I'm very good at writing first lines of songs. And then it's sort of a process from there where it just gets harder and harder and harder. Some songs have taken 2 or 3 years to write.
I get that. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm not a disciplined songwriter.
No,
So, yeah.
comes and goes with the wind. But yeah,
It does.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I get that. So how did you guys start working together? I know that you formed. I know you guys formed the band in 2012, but how did you start working together?
Well, in 2012, actually, Will and I didn't know each other. He started the Co-Conspirators as sort of this project where he would, pick up different artists along the way who were interested in doing something different than his rock and roll band that he had called
Absolutely.
Sawtooth. And I actually have a very classical music upbringing. I played the French horn. Can't get much more classical than that. And we met about 10 years ago in a grungy bar in Montreal. And a few years later, we just started singing together. We figured out that maybe folk music was the middle ground of classical and rock and roll.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
No, well, I'm going to get out of your way, and you're going to play some more songs for us now, but it's the Co-Conspirators here today on Knoxville's own Blue Plate Special, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. This next song is we have 4 CDs now, which is surprising because we've only been doing this since 2019. But our second CD was released called "The Unreliable Narrators." This song is on there. It's the story of a young man by the name of Elijah McClain. And Elijah McClain had the misfortune of being in the wrong time, being at the wrong place, at the wrong time, in the wrong time. I'm mixing up my prepositions. And having the wrong color of skin. And unfortunately, he got into a kerfuffle with the police. And they essentially beat him to death. And they called in paramedics. It was a combination of a beating, and apparently you can do this here. They injected him with ketamine, which is a horse tranquilizer, and the beating and the drugs did him in. There are lots of stories along these lines. This one stuck out to me because he was my son's age, And much like my son, he seemed like a very gentle soul who just got mixed up and things got out of hand. So with a little tip of the hat to Mr. Bob Dylan, excuse me, this is The Lonesome Death of Elijah McClain.
What you doing sneaking round this place?
I ain't doing no sneaking, I'm just on my way home.
Got a little something for a friend who's feeling low. Ain't causing trouble, ain't up to no good. I'd like to go home, please, still if I could.
I don't think so, you sneaking little freak.
Hands on your head now, get down on your knees. Elijah McClain, Elijah McClain, been to the ground now and trying to explain.
I'm a little different, I won't even kill a fly.
Like to play my violin for the stray cats going by, but they don't hear you, their heads too full of hate. They see your colored skin and they cannot relate.
Somebody's son, 130 pounds.
3 policemen crushed him to the ground. Elijah McClain, Elijah McClain, I hope forever we're calling out your name.
So many questions we'd like the answers to.
Will there ever be justice for you? And to those who hide behind the blue, what the hell kind of man are you?
It's the truth, and it needs to be said.
It's 'cause of you that this young man is dead. Ain't coming home, ain't coming home, he ain't never coming home. Thank you. That happened in Aurora, Colorado, in 2019, I think.
2019, yeah.
And only recently did one of the policemen and one of the paramedics get
Charged.
Charged,
Not charged, but
no.
actually prosecuted.
yeah, prosecuted. So
Guys, change things up a little bit. I have a very personal question to ask you all. We were 4 weeks in Texas, and I started saying y'all, so you'll have to forgive me. We'll have a show of hands on this. Anybody in this room have the name of a current or former significant other tattooed on their body anywhere?
nobody's admitting it.
Once again, I am the one and only person that admits it. I mention this because I wrote this next song, and I'm closing in pretty hard on 60. And I thought, you know what? I've done some foolish things in my life and made some bad decisions, like, you know. But there's nothing I really regret. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to write a song about that. And it ended up being called No Regrets, and I was playing it to Catherine, and I'm like, yeah, you know, nothing I really regret. She's like, yeah, what about that tattoo on your back? Like, oh, yeah. I regret it, but I don't have to look at it. Anyway, here's No Regrets. Opened up my mouth when I should be listening. Tell me you ain't ever and I know you're telling lies. I have no regrets in my life. If I get to heaven and through those pearly gates, they say sorry son, but you ain't got no place. It won't come to me as much of a surprise. I still have no regrets in my life, in my life.
No regrets,
In my life,
no regrets,
in my life,
one regret in my life.
It's the Co-Conspirators here today on Knoxville's own Blue Plate Special. So I want to ask, besides, the absence of snow, what is your favorite thing about touring the U.S. so far?
meeting people. As always, when we're touring, it's getting out and meeting different folks. As you may be aware, there's a little bit of tension between our two nations right now.
Of course.
We have a lot of people saying, "What are you doing down there? It's so dangerous. You shouldn't be doing this," and all this nonsense. I'm a firm believer in that at times like this, what you need is dialogue, not posturing and we're going to show you and no, I'm going to show you. Nonsense that's going on. So many of our friends are just being so silly right now about this whole thing. So
Absolutely.
it's good to get out and talk to people that you wouldn't normally meet and talk to people that you disagree with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an art that we are losing. Always talk to people that you disagree with. Listen to what they have to say, because if you're not listening to them, they're not listening to you.
It's always good to have another opinion.
Yeah.
Yep.
I also, one of my favorite things of this trip, I mean, besides obviously, performing in front of wonderful folks like you, we've met only kind and caring and welcoming people.
That's lovely.
So thank you. Thank you very
that's
much.
fantastic. No, I'm so glad to have you guys here today, and I just love what you do. Do you think that being on the road inspires you to write more? Because I find that, being out on the road, I find so many funny stories that just kind of add to whatever I am inspired by at the time.
But I find them to be like, we have a song that we were debating finishing up with today called The Road, and because I can't think of anything better right now. It's little bits and pieces. I can't say that any one thing will say, oh, I should write a song about this. Although I was writing something the other day like, I like Texas, You say I shouldn't, but I do. Needs a little work still.
Work in progress.
but yeah, life in general is an inspiration, and talking and meeting people and getting little bits of their information and their experience.
Absolutely.
So like learning other people's experience, so as we get out of our own little echo chamber.
So I know you're at the end of this tour. What comes next after this?
After this tour or after today?
Well, after this tour.
I have no idea.
We're probably going to do a lot of shoveling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our home in Hemmingford is probably 4 feet, probably
5,
more. It's farmland out there, so the snow just gets blown up all towards our house. So
We have a visa that's good for until September, so we have a lot of dates booked in the Northeast, like within a day or less driving from where we actually live. We live just above the New York State border, so
Fantastic.
there's a massive market right there for us. So
Amazing.
yeah.
So
Well, I'm going to get out of your way. And up next, we have June Star. But let's get one more from the Co-Conspirators here today on Knoxville's own Blue Plate Special.
Thank you.
here's a song I'm sure you can all relate to a little bit. It's called "I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore. The bad guys keep on winning. Oh, it's hard to keep up score. My brothers, my sisters, they won't help me with the load. I don't feel at home in this world anymore. It's hard to find the truth like we used to do. Open up the papers, they lie to me and you. Keep telling me to buy things or die sad and alone. I don't feel at home in this world anymore. It don't seem as safe as it used to be. Police used to be there to help out you and me. Not taking all the orders from up top, not below. I don't feel at home in this world anymore. But it's so enticing. Close the windows, lock the doors. Tell the world it's not invited. Am I home anymore? It's getting hard to say, where's my liberty? Every day I wake up, I'm a little less free. They fill me up with fear, till I don't even know. I don't feel at home in this world anymore. I don't feel at home in this world anymore.
Thank you.
That was the Co-Conspirators here today on the Blue Plate Special. That was lovely. Thank you. Yes, that was the Co-Conspirators here today on the Blue Plate Special. Upcoming next, June Star will be coming up in just a few minutes. But for now, I want to let you know that the WDVX Blue Plate Special is presented by Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria on Jackson Avenue in Knoxville's Old City, home of the Big Plate on Fridays. Coming up this Friday, the Merlin's Nest. Additional support comes from Visit Knoxville and from the Big Ears Festival, which will be returning March 27th through the 30th, with Waxahachie, Julian Baker and Torres, Bela Fleck, Sam Bush, Edgar Meyer, Wyatt Ellis, Irish Wizards Lancome, and more. 200 concerts and 15 venues for over 4 days, plus films, conversations, and surprises. Single day and 4-day weekend passes will still be available, and you can learn more at bigearsfestival.org. Absolutely. Coming up next on the Blue Plate Special, coming up on the 26th is Roger Wallace. On the 27th, Ken Waldman. And then on the 1st is Danny Schmidt and Nash Hamilton. And then coming up on the 4th, Buford Watson and Southern Scars. And then on the 5th, Rick Barnes and Cheyenne. Then on the 6th, Timothy Chandler Hicks and Olivia Wolfe. And then coming up on the 7th, Jeannie Fuller. And then on the 8th, John Michael Ferrari and Sophie Love. So I'm going to get out of your way now, and we're going to get a little bit of June Star here today on the Blue Plate Special. Y'all give a big hand.
Hello. This is a song about love. Last time, well, hell no. Can't you see, can't you see? You're moving too slow. And there's no easy way out. All through, above, below, and around. Someone give me something I know is real. Someone give me something I can feel. What a waste it's been this year. You talk and you talk and you talk and make it disappear. Let's see how far it can go before it implodes. Just to say, I told you so. Someone give me something I know is real. Someone give me something I can feel. Something I know is real. Someone give me something I can feel. In time, there's nothing we can keep. Yeah, whatever we save, we spend to sleep. Wake up older than the day before. Surprised by the chance to do it once more. Someone give me something I know is real. Someone give me something I can feel. Thank you so much. Well, it's a real pleasure to be here at the Blue Plate Special. Last night we played at the Preservation Pub. We don't do very many 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. shows anymore. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. It's another song about love. The only time I saw you, you were talking to someone you knew. I wanted nothing but to be someone you were talking to. But a gentleman never stares. Please tell me, how do I get out of here? For a moment I thought this must be some kind of trick. I'm being taken for a ride, not even Jesus would resist. But a gentleman never stares. Please tell me, how do I get out of here? And if you're lonely, you can tell me I'm lonely too. If you're lonely, I'm lonely. Overhead I can hear an angel laugh out loud. Oh, I'm starting to think maybe I should show myself out. But a gentleman never stares. Please tell me, how do I get out of here? Please tell me, how do I make myself disappear? Thank you so much.
It's June Star here today on Knoxville's own Blue Plate Special. So tell me, I know you have an EP release show that's coming up in Maryland at the Auto Bar.
That's correct.
Yeah, I wanted to know, is that the actual release date?
No, release dates have shifted from Tuesdays to Fridays over the years. So the actual release date is on Friday, the 28th.
That's perfect.
But we do have copies here.
Oh, you do?
In advance, because why not?
Oh, yeah, you guys need to get that. So tell me about this album, well, this EP, how it started and the inspiration behind it.
So we put a lot of records out. We put a full length out last year called Latency. Mm-hmm. And when we recorded that, we recorded more songs than we were going to put on the record.
Absolutely.
So we just had these 4 little kind of strays scraggling around. And
Wow.
I don't know, I really like the songs. So I just thought, like, well, let's go ahead and put that as an EP.
Yeah, they deserve a moment.
Right. We try to put something out once a year. And we missed a year back in 2023. So it was like, well, we should put out 2 things in 1 year then.
That's awesome.
Try to keep the streak alive.
So I know you've put out so many albums now. How do you keep up the inspiration for your writing?
I wake up in the morning. It's about it.
That's about it?
There's always something to write about. There's always, it's, there was I can't remember who said it, but they were talking about how they had read this book when they were younger, and, it was full of all these ideas that they had, and they, really inspiring, and and they saw this one particular perspective in their life. And then later, 20, 30 years later, they reread the book, and they said, well, that's not what that meant at all. And the thing is that the words didn't change; they had changed.
Yeah, their perspective.
Right. So as I've grown older, I mean, I've had the band for 26 years now.
Wow.
And I was an idiot when I was 26. you know. And if you ask me, I was an idiot 8 hours ago. You know, you're constantly learning and growing and changing, and so that's the inspiration for most of it.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you would think that I would stop making the same mistakes, but well, whatever.
Hey, we're bound to eventually.
Right, absolutely.
No, but I'm going to get out of your way, and let's get a little bit of music from June Starr here today on the Blue Plate Special.
All right. This is a song called Swing Away. It's off of our 2016 record, Simple Truths. Swing away and get out fast. I've been waiting for you all night. Another kiss, another heart attack. I've been waiting for you all night. I've been waiting for you all night. Saying your name is no surprise. Wondering what I got to do. I've been waiting all night for you. Well, you're never free until you try. I've been waiting for you all night. Lonely, you'll find you wherever you hide. I've been waiting for you all night. And I've been waiting for you all night. Speaking your name is no surprise. Wondering what I got to lose. I've been waiting all night for you. Well, if you see your breath, you're still alive. I've been waiting for you all night. It's cold in the middle, under the ice, and I've been waiting for you all night. And I've been waiting for you all night. Singing your name is no surprise. Wondering what I got to prove. I've been waiting all night for you. I've been waiting all night for you. I've been waiting all night for you. Thank you so much. So we have a full-length record that's going to come out in June. It's going to be our 17th full-length, and this EP is going to be our 21st overall recording, and then the EP is the 20th, I guess. I don't know. It gets confusing. I'm at the point now that sometimes I have to go to my Bandcamp page and actually look up like records and see what songs are there, so I can say, oh yeah, that one. I haven't done that one in a while. And I mentioned earlier about getting older, and this song's called Ruins, and I was thinking about, I used to write a lot about girls, and my problems with communicating with girls, and now I'm just kind of like writing about getting older and just trying to communicate in general. They're not mutually exclusive, turns out. And how is your heaven? I'm still waiting up for you. And all I do is think of What if I blink and break in two? We've written just about everything we can write. From the power of the river to what if I forgive her? If you can stand it, so can I. Don't let nobody tell you what to do, even if it's from me to you. I slept through these missing years, and I say I've changed, but that don't explain what I'm doing here. Don't let nobody tell you what to do, even if it's from me. Tribute, a midnight send-off for our shame. I've been waking up tired, half uninspired, an old man still in the game. Don't let nobody tell you what to do, even if it's me telling you. Right on. Thank you so much. All right. Go ahead and hit that G minor there, David. Just give me a second. This is David Hadley on the pedal steel. It's a beautiful instrument. At the Big Ears Festival, Susan Alcorn was supposed to be playing. She's a Baltimore pedal steel player, and she recently passed away, so she won't be there, but I'm going to dedicate this song to her. I have heard 500,000 singing songs, sing your name. All the tides melting slowly, and I am lost in this place. I am lost in this place. Ringing truth from the mountain. I fear your wedding bells. Love the cold, dead and buried. Burn the husk, save the shell. Burn the husk, save the shadow. Rusting old, fortunes glowing, barren hopes, yeah, they're in these hands. Sing your songs of absolution, and I'll wear your wedding band, and I'll wear your wedding band.
It's June Star here today on Knoxville's own Blue Plate Special. So tell me, what first got you into writing and performing? And
I'm sorry, say that again?
what first got you into writing and performing?
Oh, boy. So back in, I guess maybe 86 is when I got my first guitar. And I was listening to a lot of like acoustic guitar type of stuff, but not like, it wasn't folky stuff. It was the Violent Femmes, Blister in the Sun, that first Violent Femmes record, which came out surprisingly in like 1982. But I just love the sound of the guitar, and so
Absolutely.
I worked really hard. I mowed a bunch of lawns and went out and bought a guitar. And then I started writing songs with a friend. I have to credit Weird Al Yankovic
Yeah, nice.
because he the songs appeal to a 14-year-old boy's sense of humor. But then like I started to play with language a lot at that
Absolutely.
point, and I became really interested in how to do that. So we wrote a whole bunch of parody songs and stuff like that. And then one day my friend said, my good friend Jeff Marsden said, he said, yeah, it was a lot of fun until you wrote that one song called The Forgotten People. And I was like, oh, and because I was actually being serious about something.
Yeah.
I mean, he was just joking. We're still best of friends, but then that's when I started thinking, well, maybe I could write other songs.
Absolutely.
And then I took like 10 years off of not doing anything. But then after college, I just started writing and trying more. I taught high school English for 20 years, so that was the literary part of it too. So
Wow, you've had a
Yeah.
whole life of it.
yes.
It's amazing. So tell me what you love most about like the touring aspect of it.
Oh, well, there's two things. It's people and places.
Yeah.
Like the co-conspirators said earlier, you're meeting people. You're not reading about people. You're not looking at a comment section on somebody's
face-to-face.
post. You're face to face. You're in the room with them, and as human beings, we are hardwired to be in the room with each other,
Absolutely.
and not away, not apart. So there's that, and then the second part is really traveling through and seeing the country. You're driving through New Mexico and you're thinking, well, this is the moon. This isn't Earth, and it's beautiful. First time ever, I guess like 2 years ago, we were in Sonoma, up in wine country in California, and we stayed with some folks that we didn't know. We've been doing couchsurfing.com and keeping our overhead low, but this the mountains and the green and the lush and the curvy roads and everything. It's like living.
Yeah.
You know?
Makes you realize, how big everything else is compared to you.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, and Dave needs that because his ego is out of control.
Well, before I get out of your hair, I want to ask, is there anything you can tell us about this project coming out in June?
So yeah, this is a really cool record. We have a new full band. If you come to see us in Baltimore, we have another guitar and bass and drums and a full rhythm section. But it's the first real completely collaborative June Star record. Since I've been like the constant, original member of the band, it's always been like, well, let's do this, and I've always been in control. And I finally had a group of folks together where I could just, they were invested and interested
Yeah.
in shaping the record.
Y'all work together.
Yeah, and Jay Robbins from Jawbox and other things, he produced it. He's a good friend. He's got a great recording studio, Magpie Cage Studios up in Baltimore. And it's just, to me, I think it's the best thing we've ever done.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited about it and what could happen next.
Well, I'm going to get out of your way, and let's hear one more song from June Star here today on the Blue Plate Special.
Cool. Thank you so much. Emmy, it really is nice meeting you.
Oh, it's great to meet you, too.
And it's really nice to be here with all you folk out there in this room. Outside in the media world, sure, great. But in here, this is where it's really happening. Just saying. Why don't you come back home? I know you know the way. Find your way back from the brink before someone gets the best of me. Tell me what you wanna hear. Say it loud, say it slow. Speak it clear, let everyone know how I lost control. How I lost control. A long time running, keeping to myself. I know it tells you nothing you couldn't already tell. I'm sorry it took so long. You think it'd be easy to do? Say some words that tell the truth before someone gets the best of you. Before someone gets the best of you. It never works out that way, at least not on its own. You gotta put in time, muscle and bone before the blood. Time running, keeping to myself. I know it tells you nothing you couldn't already tell. You couldn't already tell. Tell me what to do. Tell me where you are. I will come to you before this goes too far. Before the river dries up, before the moon slips its chains, while birds still sing, before either of us can change. 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 A long time running, keeping to yourself. I know it tells me nothing I couldn't already tell. I couldn't already tell. I couldn't already tell. I couldn't already tell. Thank you so much.
That was June Starr here today on the Blue Plate Special. Let's have another hand for the Co-Conspirators, everybody. Feel free to visit that merch table back there and get a copy of that new EP that's not out yet, y'all. And remember, there's a donation box in the back of the room. And remember, we're a listener-supported radio station. Join us tomorrow where our guest will be Roger Wallace. Thank you, and join us next time for real live music at the Blue Plate Special.